All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. It's your boy Dave come back at you live. Good morning. Good morning. It is a happy Money Monday. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. And here we are for another brand new trading day and a brand new week ahead. So let's get started here with our market news, and then we'll jump into our watch list as usual. We got the market news saying that the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 40,000 for the first time ever on Friday after hitting that intraday mark on Thursday, wrapping up a strong week. The Dow rose 1.2% for the week in its fifth straight weekly gain. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite climbed 1.5% and 2.1% week to date, respectively, marking their longest winning streak since February. And now all three indexes are in positive territory for the second quarter. So year to date, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are each up over 11% in 2024, while the Dow has risen more than the 6% so far. So getting into the watch list this morning, market's going to open up here in about 4 or 5 minutes. Obviously, it's very evident that GTBP has been our number one play here in pre-market. So first alert from 6:15, and we got this stock running all the way up to $8 and actually earlier, yeah, $9.12 so far is the new pre-market high. And now the second play also was great. If you guys woke up a little bit later in the pre-market or whatnot, 765 break, here we go, and 8 to 912 so far. So I think if traders really want to keep on going at this, maybe you got a short window of market opening for another new high today. But it's been running up the whole pre-market. You guys know this. What that means is, market opening, we're most likely going to see a little bit of pullback, but you got a short window. So I would say maybe traders are going to want to get that $10 later today. But yeah, we'll be seeing if this line right here at 765, the first breakout entry, becomes nice support level, which usually does, and see for another bounce. All right, going into the company itself real quick, we don't have any new news this morning on this company GTBP, so something to keep that in mind. This is a low float company, so we do need to expect some nice volatility on GTBP. So far traded 15 million volume, 1.24 million float, USA Biotech company. All right, moving forward to the next stock I have is MMV. This is a top second gainer. This one does have a press release this morning. Right now we haven't played it this morning, but it's Chinese entertainment company, 7 million float. So anything under 10 million float is considered low float. As you guys know, that's what we like. Those floats are, more volatile. It did sign term sheet to acquire innovative e-commerce service provider Bowoong AI. So we have that PR. What I'll be looking for here is a lower high breakout. So you're looking at my live screen zoom here. You got that lower high, lower low. So we've already made a new lower low. Just needs that VWAP roll breakout, right? VWAP is when the price goes above this red line VWAP, right? Volume weighted average price, and then comes back down and then rolls back up for a nice run up. Next stock on the watch list here I have is FFIE, the meme stock that's been running up very nicely here for the past several days. Saw it, I think we played this like in the 40-cent range and eventually went all the way up to almost $4, and now we're back in the $2 range. Quick play from $2 to $2.16 high of day here in pre-market. FFIE is a USA auto manufacturer company at a 37 million float. No new news today, just continuation meme stock runner. All right, two other stocks is SCPX and TANH. SCPX, this one does have a press release as well. So something to keep in mind, some micro penny stock, meaning anything under $1 price range is a micro penny. It's not really my go-to stock price range wise, but USA Biotech company, 31 million float, and announced major expansion in San Antonio with new state-of-the-art storage and testing facility. All right, well, folks, market's gonna open up here right now. In 15 seconds, I have TANH, which doesn't have any news, but just basically I was just watching if this $1 becomes another breakout where the resistance becomes support, and see if there's going to be any momentum. Here we go, folks. For those that want to just listen to Holly, just join in on the Discord, or if you want to tune in on the Zoom for me, then you can do that as well. All right, let's have a great day, folks. So, obviously my futures traders is a very evident short this morning, bearish. Nasdaq's been sliding down at the moment. You got stock or NQ being up 4 points, so about to go potentially red. Relatively in the oversold territory. So, the only thing you have to keep in mind is it's got a death cross, lower highs, and just made a lower low here. So we'll see if this will get down to the deviation 2 line first today or not. So just gonna be watching for that in the next 5-10 minutes. But number one play, GTVP, let's kind of keep an eye on this one here. As we talked about, you got a short window for, potential fade there. Looks like it just got a quick pop up to official high day is the opening high of $8 and like 24.30, I think 8.30 cents here. $8.30 there, but all right, not a whole lot at the market opening. I'm gonna watch to see if the buyers come back in here on the NQ. You can see that it got wicks into the deviation 1 line because the bears or the bulls got their deviation earlier here, and now the bears got theirs as they short all the way back down to the pink dev line. So I would think if today is going to be a pink dev to dev line day again, which usually Mondays are because we don't usually have a lot of news going on Mondays. So just a cool regular day. We don't really have anything else on the agenda this morning. So I think I mentioned this last week where you just kind of plan ahead. You look at the week overall. I believe Monday we talked Friday we talked about Monday we don't have much going on. Tuesday we do need to, I think Tuesday was it or Wednesday? If you go back to the calendar, the 20th is today, and the 21st, which I believe is going to be another chill day. So Wednesday is going to be the important time. Okay, right now we got 14 EMA right now being resistance. We got pierced through this mark. RSI isn't bullish just quite yet, but it is getting a nice run up here in the market opening on NQ. Coming up to the VWAP. Again, we got a label line at 18667 line there. Something to keep in mind. That's going to be a little bit of that VWAP resistance line. And TR is now at 10 points. Very nice. It's getting a very nice leg up here. Might just go to the next. We got this line at 18667 label line. And then 75 coming up there. I think that's going to be kind of tough line there next since we're going into the trend line. Let's see. A minute and 30 seconds left on this candle. Should see a little bit of pullback into the 75 of this trend line here since you got a lower high, lower high, lower high. Might just go straight to pink dev line at this rate, but that is going to be resistance here. So this is a good area to lock in at the market opening pop since it was so oversold and you had the pink dev line. So it looks like to me, yeah, pretty much another pink dev to dev line day, right? So okay. Pretty much pink dev to pink dev line right at the market opening. Goodness gracious. So great area to lock in and then maybe flip it on the short side for another nice pullback from there. But this, I gotta say, this is probably for a regular Monday That is a pretty impressive, you know, within 5 minutes, just straight on up to the pink deadline. So earlier here, we got 2 wicks into the pink deadline. So I expect to see the similar thing, unless if maybe the bulls this time might be the first ones to get it up towards the dev 2 line. But right now, based on what we've seen, should be pink dev to deadline. The RSI just got spiked straight back up all the way up here. So again, a lot of buyers right in the market opening. NASDAQ is overall green. So NQ is green. All right. So opportunity buyback here on GTBP. Again, you can use the same old breakout line. GTBP 765 now watching as support. Okay. You want to see that, and buyers come back in, demand is there, and then you want to see this thing breaking out of the lower highs and, you know, continuing this nice move on up.
10, 10, 10.
Very impressive here on NQ. Right now we don't have a full body candle yet breaking above. This one still has 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So based on so far what the bulls have shown, this is very still bullish here. And what I'll be watching for next is the RSI to curl down.
Done, done.
Okay, GTBP. We got an up pulse showing at 8:53. 8:53 is up halt. We gotta break out of this lower high and get this thing rolling, because right now the 10 EMA looks like it might just do a potential golden cross. This is the opportunity line here where the bulls need to start tapping up, and this is where they have the opportunity to blossom. You got that little TANH making a new high there as well. FFIE, it's just got to hold at that $2 mark there. NQ just going straight up to the deviation 2 line, pretty impressive. So you got about 1 minute and 50 seconds on this candle. That is a very nice pop. So now that the bulls finally got their last deviation line, means that the shorts are very thirsty for their turn. So what I'll say, like I said, I'm going to be watching is the RSI to curl down. So right now it's our first touch on the deviation 2 line. Let's see how things set up from there. GTVP, we just cannot get that downtrend breakout. So if you did decide to get that 765 again and sell in the same area at $8, probably the smart thing to do. Okay, you always want to, again, take advantage of that short window pop, right? You only have what this was so far, a 7-8 minute into the market opening, and unfortunately just cannot make a higher high. So it's a lower high. Very nice pullback here. That's a great area to sell into on NQ. Yeah, it looks like that tan that broke $1 is running up again. So that's why we were looking for that $1 re-break, as I mentioned earlier, on the watch list time. So you want to look for this guy. Just simply breaking the $1 now, just got a new high day up to 124. Okay. The next level for FFIE is going to be 210. So if FFIE decides to continue, then watch for that. NKGN bouncing off of the 500 EMA. Right now, still focusing on GTBP here since it is still holding the 765 line. Pretty much everything hit PT from the alerts that I see. The only thing that didn't break out is the MULN at that 535. That has been always a very strong previous resistance. So that became a resistance high, and right now that's not at that mark, but we'll see. I like GTVP. We're starting to wedge out of this downtrend line here. We got the test of the VWAP several times now. So this is, like I said, 853 uphold is still the same. We just got to establish this Heikin-Ashi body candlestick closing above $8. And we should be able to see a 200% run on GTBP next, since that is up about 159% at this time. So 21 million in volume traded is great for the stock. How do we know what's great for how much it's for that stock? Well, you just look at the average volume that usually trades out on GTBP or any stock, right? The stock, trades at 11,000 in volume, and today with 21 million volume, I mean, if you do the math, that is definitely easily 10x average volume. And that's why I say you need to pay attention to these lines and get ready, because now the up-pulse at 875, we might just get stuck up here. That's gonna be good news. GTBP 875 up-pulse now. And that's how you do it. You just kind of stay laser focused and focus on that one setup that is setting up. And here we go, halted up. So congratulations, folks, all my Prosperity Trades members, and who knows, maybe they're not even members in this room. I don't know. Some people, nah, they all should be our members, right? All right. Well, anyways, GTBP. Good job. Great rerun. Again, first play right there. And obviously, if it was gonna crack the 765, then the Heikin-Ashi, because these are all wicks, so that you need to make sure you're always on the Heikin-Ashi. I don't use regular candlesticks on the stock trading world. Some people do. This is just everyone's preference. Looks like FFIE, as GTBP starts getting the more pump, you got FFIE pulling down. So NQ is just still bullish at the moment. It's respecting the higher low trend line. So based on how it's been looking, there's a potential for a new high of the day as the deviation 2 line just curl up a bit higher. The only thing is we are approaching the oversold territory, so we do need to start watching for that time where we need to start taking off again. Right now the bears haven't taken over just quite yet. So you do need to be a little bit more patient on that side. So when is GTBP going to get unhalted? Well, it's going to get unhalted at 9:47 and 15 seconds AM Eastern time. So you got about 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes before the stock gets unhalted.
one.
Okay, so you got NQ still making its way on up.
WCR. Win. Again. Again. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, wait. 10. Myra. 18, 18, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah, personally missed the $1 breakout opportunity, but it's okay. I'd rather sacrifice my mental capital on the GTVP here since, you know, sometimes the best thing to do is just kind of narrow down your focus and try to max out a bit more. Now, if we're done with GGBP, it's certainly, hopefully we're able to take a $1 breakout. I will tell you that TANH, I have a 147 and 175 line. So if you are in on that, I will give you my old lines there. So TANH, $1, nice breakout so far. You got 147. I'll round it up 148 resistance and then 175 after. Forgot the T on after, but you get the point. Got a little OCD. Always gotta fix it. Okay, lots of resistance into the line right now. We are showing right this 18,710 line. We did make a new high today, like we said we would, because we are just making nice higher lows and higher high. However, we do need to be aware that we don't have a whole lot of time for this to continue to keep doing this. We do need to make a nice pullback. And that's going to happen by the time this 2 minutes and 54 seconds is up. And we'll see if the RSI line is going to be spiked up again on the overbought territory, if it's going to be wicked or bent down below that white line, average line. So all I know is that we don't have a whole lot of luxury here. You can see maybe it might go up to about 73 RSI here before it gets down to pullback, but we got on hold here on GTVP and might get halted down now at 754. So it's been doing that a lot the past several days. Again, if you've been keeping notes at the stocks that's been halting, the first halt up and then the second halt just kind of wicks back down. And then I don't know, from there, from what I've seen, you know, the hero EMAs like the 200 on this particular case. Well, I guess the hero EMA technically is not an EMA, it's a VWAP. VWAP needs to hold now again and then needs to go up one more time on this GTBP. TANH is also halted, so you can't really do much about that. I do like the FFIE look, so don't want to be getting too distracted there. The VWAP roll is happening right around 195 on FFIE. So 195 VWAP roll, worth watching. 210 candle break line though. Okay, so if the bulls want to get FFIE going, then I have a line up to 272, 275 area. So I'd like to see if FFIE starts getting a bit more juice again here. It is on SSR. So first play on the FFIE was the what was it, $2? It's up to you. You just gotta really pay attention to the VWAP roll. I'd rather wait for my candle break lines, which is gonna be 210. So I'm gonna be very strict and wait for that confirmation. Because if I see that FFIE could run up to my line at 270s, then why the heck not? There's still plenty of room. So I'd rather wait for that confirmation break. But right now, it's not even being able to do a VWAP roll, so I don't think we need to be that concerned. It did come all the way down to the 500 EMA, so it did get a little bit of a bounce there. We got 30 seconds to watch here on NQ before the next candle. Remember, if it starts wedging out here and makes a lower high, that's going to be a great short opportunity, especially when the RSI bends down.
Start. FPRR. Run. TIRX. TIRX. Double.
Yeah, right now RSI did kind of curl, but it's still above the average line. So we just might be able to touch the next line at 18,725. The max line I can see is all the way up to this around 39 or so. This line here, 34 to 40. I would say that's going to be the area before it seriously pulls back. But I mean, this is going to be pretty up there too here.
CRK. GTLB, NKGF, BCLI, BCLI 10. GOE. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. RAM. INR, double. MTA. CUTR. BUCI. 10. OSW. ENSC. CCLD. FRGT. MBCR. OSW. EBS. T-Dial. UKS. CTMS.
Okay, NQ still climbing on up. NKGN also got a nice spy from the 500 EMA to the VWAP. Right now I'm just kind of sitting on my hands to see what's going to happen on GTVP. And NQ just non-stop, not stopping. Pretty crazy. I think we're coming out towards that pretty strong line here. That's a pretty long line. I mean, I think that's I can't imagine seeing this going up even more from there, but yeah, I think we need a major pullback at this point, man. That's crazy. I don't have any other lines above this, so that's it. That's the line that I have. I mean, that was the line, folks. I don't have any other lines, so the rest is up to, what the chart shows us are based on the next indicators. So I'm just waiting for the RSI to bend over now below the average line. Wow, just okay. Like I said, this to about 40. So can't imagine if this is gonna keep on going like this, especially with no news really.
GTLB, MTA, SMR.
Okay, still got 30 seconds left. We're approaching the 15-minute resistance right now on NQ. Okay, all right, RSI back up. It's not bending down, guys. This thing is still going. I'm just gonna let it do its thing then at this point because it just keeps making higher lows and higher highs, and it's not changing direction just quite yet. But we are definitely into the over bought territory now. So. Crazy, crazy. MNB got that lower high breakout finally. So we'll see if that's going to be able to do its job. Mainly now paying attention to see if that Higinashi body starts opening but above the 2 line now. Yeah, this is all, I mean, I don't think we've gotten this high before or in a long, at least, yeah, this is it. This is just we're just gonna have to play by the trend line here now. And use our indicators as best as we can because I don't have any more lines at this point. So MNV, we got that nice 120 breakout here at a line there. You got a pre-market high up to 142. This is on our watch list, but I'm trying to look for a new area. You see that TANH got wicked into that 148 line there. 148, and then I also have a 163 line here on trade ideas, but NKGN looks kind of interesting. I would watch NKGN. Ooh, yeah. Huge pullback after that. It's gotta. All right, so NKGN, watching for that VWAP roll. There's a 150 line here, VWAP roll here. So if we can get that 150 candle break, we are breaking a new high today here as we break the 150.
Well, that's BCA had. And then USA. ULS. Letter. BFS. NMB. Cost. Plus. UPST. PL.
KGN, testing the VWAP. We need a solid candle closing above 150 here in the next for 15 seconds and watch for the next candle. NQ is getting a little bit toppy. Man. Okay, NKGN, we're cooking, folks, making another new high of day, and NQ is also making another new high of day here. So, I mean, right now I think a lot of traders are staying bullish until they start seeing that, signal of, bearishness, which we have not seen a single bearishness right now. We're just making higher lows, all green candlesticks. RSI just has not been able to curl down just yet. The only thing and what we were looking to see is if this deviation 2 line is going to get rejected, and the last line that I had, but it pierced through that. So I would just kind of wait. I don't think it's gonna last another hour doing all this, but we're just the reward for the bears is gonna be good if you get the timing right. So be patient if you are done on the bull side here. I got up pulse showing at 186 now on NKGN, looking good. 186 up pulse showing. So you got to make sure 150 does continue to hold because we got that nice little wick into the VWAP. We need a full Heikin Ashi to really kind of close above the VWAP, and we should be able to get a nice roll. That would be great. Just don't see how much longer this thing can keep up, man. It's crazy. Okay, 186 still up pulse on NKGN. Just FYI, again, this one does have news on NKGN, okay? And this is not your like the high flow. This is a 9 million float, so it's under 10 million, which is a low flow stock. So with some volume, we should be able to see this thing moving on up nicely. It's a biotech stock as well. So let's see here. I got a line. Got already lines already drawn here, folks. 175 to $2 next. So let's see. The news here today, just to remind you while you're riding this beautiful stock, cell therapy cleared, the company cleared to start their phase 2 clinical trial on their Alzheimer's disease. So we got the next line hit 175. Now you got a 190 uphold. Okay, 190 uphold. Smooth sailing here, folks. Just make sure that though, when you hit these lines, you always want to lock in something. You always want to take something off. You always want to make sure you take something off, mate. Then when we get that 175 break, then we can start, cooking up again. So with NQ, we still got 2 minutes. It's just bull fest right now within this channel. So if you are not a bullish trader today, then you better just kind of sit on your hands at this time on NQ until you know what. 193 up pulp now on NKGN. I'd like to see $2 today on NKGN. If that 175 is able to break, and because the stock is now above the VWAP and just beautifully riding the 10 EMA. So I like to see if we can keep up this momentum. 'Is this a double top or is this? It looks like a double top, doesn't it? Let's put a line there just in case. All right, that looks like a double top to me. We got Doji and this candle's here, so we got about 30 seconds to see. It might get a pullback down to 10 EMA. We can look for a 10 EMA bull flag here if it gets kind of a little bit pullback down to 155. It holds that line there. If we can get that 10 EMA bull flag, that would be kind of cool. 10 seconds on NQ until the next candle. Okay. Still within that channel, looks like.
TST. Fine. Done. BPCI, GTLB, and yes, data. MTA.
Okay, it's 10:05 now. So on NQ, it's just been nothing but 30 minutes, 35 minutes of bullish run. I think we need to look for the first red candle soon here. I think we're almost there for the pullback. So again, just make sure you're on the right side when the trend is telling you to stay on the right trend. This is starting to be where we've already gotten such an overbought territory. It's gotta be any minute here, which we're already starting to show some nice pullback here. Only thing that I'm really looking for that nail in the coffin is this RSI that just and just kind of follows along out of wedges out of this trend line here,
USA. FDR. Months. CBAT. IMFD, CLC, PLC. SUSD, ALT. FWRG, WTTR. SMR. MTA, BRB, REKR, AAOI. FWRG. BLBG. AMN. USA. PLNT. SDOW, MTA, MTA fund. URBN, that's VLG fund. DLR. SGRB. SGRB.
And KGN looking pretty decent here for that that 10 EMA and the VWAP bounce. Pay attention in KGN. This is a good setup. We got that doji and the candle started opening up flat green here. That's a good sign. We gotta now make a new high of day here. Come on. We don't want to see the VWAP crack again. Make sure your stops or make sure the VWAP is your support. So you don't want to see this thing, you don't want to hold it all the way down. That's not what's not worth it. We need to bounce and go here. We got next candle now, still fine. Just needs to start building momentum here. Oh, so sick of NQ. Sick. It's just so it's gotta die soon. It's getting annoying. Like I don't like trading within when it hits all the lines, it's on the overbought territory. There's not gonna be a lot of, I don't think. I mean, that's just me personally. I don't like to mess around in this area. If it wants to keep going and keep making new highs, and so be it. But I'm waiting for that nice pullback soon. But it's not getting that RSI confirmation just yet. It just keeps being so annoying.
IPR, MMFD. Val, Ship, IMAX, DXF, MNOX, DXF. TTR, SMR. SUSB. USA. USA.
Yeah, just be patient. MMV got a nice pop. It's on our watch list. That 130 area we talked about, or 120, excuse me. Now it's all the way up here. And KGN is still good, just needs to get some volume. It's got good setup, just needs that volume here. And then we can get this thing moving up towards $2 and more, actually, if we can get this thing right. Okay, come on, AQ, let's pull back now. We've had fun, but let's go downhill now.
CPNX.
MMB has a line all the way to 205, so I would still watch MMB. If it does pull back, I like for a new entry back at 143. So if it does get back down on MMB, I like to get that 142 entry. MMB, while watching for the unhalt, preferably would like to get in on the pullback at 142 with 1.30 support and room towards 205. So just we'll be watching the 10 EMA mainly. So after the unhalt on MMV, which should be in 3 minutes, you can kind of watch for that. I'm for now, in the meantime, I'm just still on NKGN for the rest of my shares and making sure that this VWAP area holds. As long as VWAP holds, there's a good chance for NKGN to get a bigger pop. It's still showing 193 uphold. The bulls are doing okay, doing a pretty decent job holding out this VWAP area, and the 25 EMA is also curling up. So I'm hoping that the bulls don't screw this setup here. All right, NQ, we are looking more bearish as the RSI finally curled down. So like I am just asking for this to just, you know, get that plunge, like pull the plug. Let's get the elevator move run down. All right, let's enough of this tomfoolery. Let's just get it all the way down to the gulag, right? Is what I'm thinking. It's just been running up, which was great, but you know, it's staying above, it's staying at these areas. That's too overbought. So right now we got this line for some reason holding it up at 18,734. I like to see that line crack and then go line to line and then go to 14 EMA and go to the VWAP and just get a big dump. Oh, gosh, okay, so it looks like it's gonna try to get one more pop here again on NQ.
West.
NKGN, we're testing the VWAP, so it's got to bounce there. Otherwise, I'm not taking a loss on this. This is one of those plays that if you got in at 150, you don't lose more than that. So hopefully I've locked in majority and then holding some and then see that VWAP bounce for that bigger move.
RPF. URBN.
Okay, so remember we did have a double top earlier right at this line on NQ at 18,754. So if it decides to come back up there and does not break, right, then it's going to be a triple top and then that's going to be it. Or this could be the third touch breakout and continue to make another new high. So stay tuned. Just I'm hoping it's a lower high and then starts just getting a nice mudslide. I think everybody kind of gets the picture here at this point, right? So you know what the drill is for NQ, and you know what's the drill with NKGN, as well as MMV. If it look at MMV right here. So I have a line all the way to 205. Just watch the 10 EMA extension. It's definitely not something you just want to just kind of, you know, randomly chase into. If you missed it, you missed it. Okay, so there's plenty of other fish out there, folks. So don't try to just go. Let me go all in, Dave, and jump into bloody waters here. TANH, nice pullback. It's got this look right here. Look, right? It's got this little triangle look here. NKGN, in the blink of an eye, this thing can go. Setting up, we gotta get the new high of day here on NKGN.
BBTS. SGBS. Yes.
And KGN, and then just in case, watch TANH on the side. That 132 candle break line and NKGN looking good. Come on, baby. Give me that new high today, bro. 195 all Paul. They raise it up. 195 all Paul showing. We got to get that 175 out of the way. We have seen 175 being a strong resistance. NQ coming up towards that line of high today resistance. We have 10 minutes till the first hot hour coming to an end, and then we're going to take a quick stretch break from there. Okay, NQ making another new high today. It's just cannot, it's not stopping here. Today might be the it's just continuing here, so I'm gonna have to stick to this here at this time. Interesting. Yeah, not really happy with the way that the Bears are not getting their turn, but it's all good. It's all good. Just keep in mind, we don't have a full body above the deviation 2 line, so I would look for that next if it ever happens, that is. Excuse me. All right, we got $2 all pulp now on NKGN. Come on, baby, let's get that. Give me that $2 touch today on NKGN. Mm. Okay, I think NKGN. Back, we kind of are back to the VWAP again. Just use VWAP as your support. We got 175 one more time. Unfortunately, just cannot make a new high day yet. When we don't have these lines, again, just keep, it means that what NQ's, NASDAQ's, doing great. Tech companies are doing are up nicely today, and NQ's following and making all-time highs. So that's why these are new lines, new territory lines that we haven't visited yet. So just FYI, okay. So that's why, if you're not sure today, you don't know what's going on, then it's okay. You don't need to be jumping in the pool. Ain't nobody say you got to jump in the pool today. And if you want to ride some, join the ride on the bull, that's great. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put 760 so far. We've almost hit. Keeps trying to play around this area still. We haven't seen that kill candle yet. This was pretty much just a doji here. Little doji testing the VWAP again on KGN. If you are seeing MMV, look where did we just hit? I gave you that line all the way to 205 to the T, and we just got a double top at 205 right now. So that's gonna be a strong resistance on MMV on 205. Okay. So if you decide to just take a quick play up there, 205 just hit. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, you can use that as a resistance line where if you see that this is really overbought and you want to sell into it or flip it short, it's up to you. I will say if the 205 ever does continue to break, I mean, I have another line all the way up to 305, so this could just be another dollar runner if this continues to, go, but one gainer has PR, but I'm gonna for now put a nail in the coffin at 205 here, if you get what I mean. Now we just gotta crack the 10 EMA because all it's been doing is just riding the 10 EMA so nicely. So if you don't see the 10 EMA crack again, then I would bail. That's bail as in as the 205 breaks, because I'm not gonna take that risk of that continuation. But you only got 35 minutes till 11 a.m. ripper dip time, so. I think TNH is gonna get a further pullback before we can ever see that 132 ever happen. It might come all the way down to so far earlier, the hero EMA on TNH is 200 EMA. So if you want to look for that opportunity buy, it's clearly gonna be just that $1 area here. Natural resistance become support. So $1 area is good area to keep an eye on, but it is gonna be a good pullback. If not, I'll be watching that 132 line here for the breakout and get hopefully the new high of day later down the road. Nice pullback at 205. Look at that double top to the T, right? We talked about this 120, went up to $2 and came all the way down here now to 10 EMA. It's halted down, so hopefully we crack the 10 EMA. And for those that did enter short, you get a nice piece all the way down to that 145, and then even better all the way to the 120, and then now you're set and happy and you're ready to go eat nice lunch. Okay. All right, back to NKG Endo. That's my other honey bunny. Still waiting for that 175. 196 is the up halt now. Yeah, not many distractions today, which is great on the stock world today. Not many distractions. Okay, just keep in mind we want to see this third time really getting a big breakout. This is the moment of truth here for the bulls. We really got to go here. Look at the daily chart though. We got plenty of room still. In 3 minutes, we're gonna take a quick stretch break. Make sure you get off the seat from your chair once in a while. Don't sit there all day for hours and hours. You're gonna hurt yourself. Your back's gonna eventually catch up. Make sure you stretch and move around a little bit. Folks, I just want to say that if you are in a position and you're like, man, I don't know what to do, like I'm stuck, or you're confused, we're here. So reach out, don't be, in your turtle shell and not say anything, and then things go south and you just stay quiet. Reach out to me, send me a DM or something, or, ask for support, right? Because that's the whole point of being in a team is we want to make sure everyone's, making the right decisions and not, getting all FOMO'd in or holding a bag, holding and smoking that hopium, thinking one day it's going to pop up to $20 a share or something. We don't do that. Okay. If you ever feel like you're catching on to something like a FOMO, just reach out, and then maybe I'll give you a little 2 cents and like shake you up a little bit. Hey, don't do that. Focus on what's winning. You want look at something like NKGN where it's building higher lows. Literally said many times that VWAP just needs to hold. That's the support. The risk that you're willing to take. You don't want to risk more below the VWAP. It held the VWAP every single time, and now we got a new high day, and we're just see. This is what I'm talking about. This is the teamwork right here, right here. Just if you're understanding and you're following, and I mean, we're not saying that you need to hold it all the way to the moon. That's not what it is. I'm all about locking in gains as we go. 208 is up halt, by the way, on KGN. We're starting to get that next leg up here to wait up halt showing. I think I mentioned to you guys what I want next, right? What I want next is what near that $2 line there, and then we can talk about the next lines after. I'm just not really talking about NQ at this point. It's just because I'm not a huge fan of NQ this morning at the current price. I just think that it's having it's not giving enough range for the short side. I'm not, one side Mary kind of guy, but I'm just not a big fan when it's like me trying to short when it's oversold, and it's overbought. It's like me trying to buy more here, just is not really my thing. So, and the only problem is every time it does look like it's going to pull back, it keeps holding. So that's the thing where, all right, let me see some like actual fat pullback, and I don't want to miss it. That's the thing, right? When that happens, you want to be in it before that happens, right? So what you got to do is just like the timing is so crucial on this. I'm hoping that that's the 11 a.m. dipper on this one today. NKGN, 213 now is the up pulse, so we're raising the bars here for the up pulse. Another new high today.
Why not? TV, why not? And then four, NSSC, TTC. STOA.
Hey, so far we got 190 as a new high today on NKGN. We're still riding the 10 EMA, so just pay attention to that.
TV, why not? Women, IMAX, Sun.
I want to see that 10 EMA continue to hold on up nicely, and you know,
BTL.
that 175 now, previous resistance is now your support. And we're going to continue to hold that up nicely.
NSSC, TTC, ERI.
218 is the up halt next, guys. We're starting to get a bit more juice, looks like, as we tested the 10 EMA and I got a doji and a flat green dot. We should be able to see the next leg up here. Should be able to hear NKGN roaring here next. Scotty mentioned GDVP. I think that's valid. It came all the way down to 200 EMA and it's about to get a VBAP roll. You can use the same line at 765 again on GTVP again. So, I have these lines drawn, and then, when you see these areas come back on up, you can replay them. All right. By the way, I forgot to mention that I didn't even realize this, but I saw this over the weekend from the company brokerage Webull. Now for all the stock traders, the T+3 is no longer going to be the case. It's going to be T+1. So for those that are under $25,000, now you don't have to wait 3 days to get your trade you know, cleared. You know, you can wait just 1 day now. So that's going to be in effect on the May 28th. So that's going to be starting on next Tuesday. Forgot to mention that. I was going to share that with you guys earlier when I saw over the weekend, but maybe I'll just post it on the stock chat just so you guys can kind of see what I saw. Take a screenshot of it. So take a look at that if you're interested and see what you think. So T+1 settlement coming soon. So beginning on May 28th, the SEC will shorten the standard settlement period. So something to keep in mind. Actually, I'm gonna post it on my channel as well. I think that's kind of you know, cool that some people don't have to now wait 3 days, which thank goodness they changed it for those that are under 25,000. Again, I'm not sure the details in terms of if it's going to be for all stocks, but says the SEC will shorten the standard settlement period for equity securities from 2 days to just 1. All right, where were we? Yeah, GTBP got a nice pop from 765. So with this guy, we still have some potential. Just, you know, the potential is that high back on November last year. It almost got to $10. I like to look for stocks that have a lot of room to run. So, like, for example, if you look at NKGN, I mean, look at this guy. I mean, just back, you know, March earlier this year, we were able to see this thing going up almost $3. Previously, before that, $4. So 4, 3, and you know, if we're just even targeting last month's high, that's like, you know, 210 area. So that's why I'm thinking, well, today with 17 million in volume traded, again, go back and look at the average volume that these guys trade at, and it's traded, you know, at least 10x, which on this case on NKGN it did not trade 10x, but it's still good from 3.6 average volume and 17 million. You know, that's pretty good. So MMV did come down to 25 EMA, so it might try to test back up towards the 205 line again. So I did mention if 205 does break, MMV could be continued to be nice play. So I don't think we have seen an MMV play, but if that is ever going to break, just be on the lookout for that line at 205. What NQ? What's the new? What's new? Is he gonna make another new high day again? You know. NKGN tested back down to the VWAP at 163. Got to bounce back up to 173 now. So buys are still there. TANH is kind of setting up a little bit. That could be. I'm just gonna watch the 132 though. RSI finally looking a little bit better on the bearish side here for NQ. So I'm hoping we get that nice drop down to the 14 in May at least, which I mean, come on now. We're so extended. We need to get a pullback. What the heck are we doing, NQ? Let's pull back, but you know, we just haven't really seen that just yet. So I'm not a big believer just quite yet, unless, you know, we'll see how that 11 a.m. comes. So I got 20 more minutes. I'm gonna take a quick stretch break and I'll be right back. So everyone else take a quick stretch break and we'll be looking for those 20-minute to 11 a.m. rubber dip setups.
ZIM, SBLK, PLNT, CETX, PTLO, IZM. LNTH, 4. BRI. CNEY. WRBY, Pump BMBL. CMTL. USAU. FVRR. REKR. SN. CLBT, PLNT. ZIM. SRTS, USAU. PBYI, PBYI. BMBL. IMAX. BLBD. IZM. USAU, USAU. INMD. TRMD, WRBY. PBYI. LTBR. APLD. METC. LGO. BCAN, LGO, LGO, LGO. Maya. SMR, CMTL. PBYI. OPI. IN.
All right, guys, I'm back. All right, so we got just short 17 minutes to 11 a.m. Ripper dip time. You have NQ just not stopping, right? So it's one of those days where, it's just kind of staying above that oversold territory for a bit. But I think that's kind of be how it is till 11 a.m. Or maybe it's going to go till continued more afterwards. But, I don't really care what happens after 11 a.m. because I'll be done personally there with my accounts. Um, but yeah, this is what we got so far. It's just higher high, higher low. Especially when any product or instrument or one of those like NQ stocks or futures are making all-time highs, then it's like one of those things where in the stock world we got 52-week high, new 52-week high, and just going to keep on rolling until the plug is pulled. So all right, stocks 11 a.m. rubber dip setups. NKGN is one of them. Potentially MMV. I don't really see GTBP much at this time. I think that was your last little VWAP pop, and then I think it's going to be a potential fade. At least down to the 500 EMA, which is showing at 617 line there on GTBP. So, I could be wrong, but based on what I've seen so far, it made a lower high, lower high, lower high. So I think that's not going to be the one. So my top three stocks are going to be NKGN, TANH, and MMV. Top three stocks going towards 11 a.m. are my NKGN, and TANH and MMV. Unfortunately, GTVP did not make my list because of the lower high pattern. By the way, TANH, speaking of TANH, we are actually curling up towards 132, which is the breakout alert that came out there earlier. So it needs to break 132. And MMV is the number one gainer still, sitting in the throne, but that 205 is going to need to break, which is going to be a third touch breakout. It needs to be successful in order to be continued nice run up early. All right. Well, and then NKGN still looking good. Okay, NKGN looking the best. TANH, please wait for the confirmation at the 132. Don't get faked out. Look at the previous candles. We need that closing. Right now, the best look, NKGN, this is where the herd is still at.
FWRG, CRK. West Northwest. LBT. Party KR. MKGM. ITRG. ENR. RPN, LFST. AVGS. CRK. Dole. Power.
Hey guys, here we go. NKGN, a brand new high of the freaking day. Let's get it. Also, NQ just made another new high of the day as well. But in KGN, you got 217 line next. I have here. Yeah, actually 245 on my other chart, but yeah, you know, definitely $2 is going to be a great area to lock in, as that was the max PT listed from that area. But 232 is the up halt. Just make sure you guys are getting ready to clean up your trades as we come to an end at 11 a.m. here for me. 232 is the next up halt, but max PT hit so far at, okay, from 150 play. Okay, just letting you guys know that. Yeah, I think that was a great play.
IDYA. LQR.
The final thing that I will say is just watch the 10 EMA mainly, and then the hero indicator for NKGN is gonna be the VWAP.
Why not?
So the only thing that's left for potential play is MULN for 535 break if it ever gets volume there and breaks out, or MMV at 205 and TANH for the 232 or 132 candle break. Okay.
NSS. FNKO. LQR, CLBT, WISA, VMBL, IMST. Why not? HESF, FNKO. ITRG, ITRG. No. WTI. OS. W, ATL, REJR, FOSL, IMST. LXE. ENR. FL. Port. HFL. WISA. YPT.
Okay, guys, we got about 5 minutes and then we're gonna call it a day here. Got just 27 seconds on this NQ candle. About to wrap it up here. So I hope everybody had a great start to the week. Nothing crazy, but you know, Mondays are great days to kind of set the tone for the week.
WISA. STKG DXM. FL. AGUMA. NRIS. SAFE. INST. ARLB. YI, VW, Port, INST. Level YSA. RPM, HUMA. PHL.
Hey, looks like NQ as we approach 11 a.m. Like I said, looks to be the 11 a.m. dipper here. So getting a nice pullback. If you ended up taking one last short wick into this trend line, we're starting to crack now. You should be able to see this thing flushing down nice. It looks like now. That's where we're stepping out of the over, finally cracking below that line. Overall, successful day in the markets. All right, I think I'm ready to kind of wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys know you guys can always DM me. I'm here for you guys. Well done to everybody. Great start to the week. Looking forward to an amazing trading day with you guys again tomorrow. So thank you all for being here and have a blessed day, everybody. God bless you all. See you guys tomorrow.